Yep. Look, ABS is internationally known as an innovative company. It was the first to develop frozen semen, and it's been at the forefront of a lot of technology firsts internationally. We've continued to see that grow in Australia, and we want to be known as a tech-savvy, smart on our feet company that is there to provide good genetic solutions for farmers to deliver stock that make their businesses as competitive as they can be on the international stage. Genomic testing is one of the new technologies that's coming through into the industry. What it allows us to do is identify from a large population of animals what are going to be superior genetics for the Australian dairy industry. So it is an exciting technology, one that a number of companies, including ABS, are using, and it just allows us to accelerate and broaden the field of selection for male stock to come through our AI programs, and in turn be able to be available for the Australian dairy industry to encourage and make sure that it can progress the way in which it wishes to. There's a number of programs available right through industry good programs run by the likes of Dairy Australia, and even including products like ABS's GMS program, which go through and evaluate animals on a number of criteria to ensure that they provide what farmers are looking for. One of the things we need to realise is that dairy farming is a business, and we need to make sure the animals that are being selected and being bred from provide quality stock into the future for what farmers actually need to do. Increasingly in the last few years, obviously the industry has been under a lot of price pressure, and that's seen changes in where the animals are located, and also a change in on-farm production systems. And part of what we're doing is actually making sure that we have access globally to genetics that are better suited for various systems that are operated on individual farms. I guess one thing I'd be very quick to note is that no two farms are the same, and no two farmers are the same, and as a company we recognise the need to provide varying types of animals to those various businesses. And that's one of the advantages I guess we have with our global network, being able to access genetics locally in Australia from our breeding programs that are run here through to our North American breeding programs and into Europe as well, because what we have in the Australian market is actually a mix of all of those types of systems, so we can effectively take the best of the world and put it in place here. I think it's well documented the pressures that the industry's been under. Obviously with the dollar being decreasing, Australian dollar, and today it's around 90 cents, is good news for producers. It makes products more internationally competitive, which means the export markets are open, and we know from demand that's occurring in Asia that the future is bright for dairy exports, and it'd be nice to see that Australia with a lower dollar can compete in those markets, and if that can drive growth in the market, that is good for producers, and what's good for producers is good for the country. At the moment there are large exports of live animals to China. China has a demand for both dairy products and dairy stock, and a lot of selection is being used to actually provide animals for those, and that's provided a good supplementary income for a lot of dairy farmers in Australia, and they have particular requirements, and we're seeing those demands come through for the type of animals that they're requiring for that Chinese production system. And obviously genomic testing and those new technologies allows us to identify those elite animals a lot sooner than we could do through a more traditional progeny testing program. Obviously ABS a number of years ago expanded in the Australian market with the purchase of companies like RAB here in Albury. As with any company, we've seen a lot of changes in the marketplace, and we've seen a lot of changes in the dairy industry as well. And I guess when we look at our business, we need to make sure that we're in those areas where we can service clients effectively, and we're seeing a lot of our sales force now redeployed into those areas where the dairy and cattle numbers are, and areas like Albury will continue to be serviced by our products and services, although our distribution and administration centre has recently moved to Melbourne. But that is actually a more central location for us for those functions, as we make sure that we service the market as effectively as we can do. Because if we can do it effectively, it means that our products should also be more effective and efficient for our consumers as well.